Hello, grade 3. So today is going to be pretty light for math because it's just going to be a review of how to use a ruler. So I know you did this in grade 1 and grade 2 and maybe even a little bit in kindergarten, I'm not sure. But today we are going to do a quick review just to make sure we're on top of things and we remember the rules for it. Do a small activity, and then you will have some time to catch up on anything else you need to in any other subjects, all right? So like I said, it is going to be a review. You're going to practice how to use a ruler so that when we start some more measuring tomorrow, you know what to do, okay? If there's a ruler that you choose to print out, do not change the size of it or it will not match up. There is one that I can send to you for when we do our measurement tomorrow if you don't have a ruler at home, okay? But when you print it out exactly as it is on the paper. Don't change the dimensions, don't change the size, or it won't measure properly, okay? So you won't need that one for today's lesson though. So just to review, these marks on the ruler are called centimeters. This is a metric unit for measuring length. So we are using something called the metric system. The only place in the world that doesn't use the metric system is the United States. And because we're learning the Alberta curriculum, we are learning about metric units. So we use centimeters, okay? They can be used to measure how long something is, how wide it is, how tall it is. And so each one of these things here is a centimeter between the two numbers. So 0 to 1, that's 1 centimeter. 1 to 2 is 1 centimeter. And then it just breaks it up in between. So from 0 to this ticky mark is 5 millimeters. From this ticky mark on is 5 more millimeters. So a centimeter is 10 millimeters. You don't need to know that quite yet today. We'll talk about that tomorrow in our lesson. But just so you know, these numbers here are the centimeters, and that's what we're going to be using today, okay? Here are some things that you can measure in centimeters. Popsicle sticks, the length of a fish, a slice of pizza, how far it is from one eye to the other, a caterpillar. So we measure smaller things using centimeters. This is a ruler. As you know, we use it to measure things. We always start at the ticky mark for 0. We don't start at the edge of the ruler, and we don't start in the middle. We always line it up with the 0, okay? That's the best way to get an accurate or a correct measurement. And we use it to measure items around the house and at school. And like I said, we always start at 0. See the line there? Not the edge. That would add some numbers to it and your measurement would be incorrect. So let's take a look at this. This person would be measuring wrong. They would get the wrong answer because they didn't line it up at the 0. They lined it up at the edge, okay? So they would get the question wrong because if they wrote down the number they thought, it wouldn't be right. This person is wrong because they didn't start at 0 either. They started at 2. How do you know if you start at 2? You start at 2, it's the wrong number. You need to start at 0 so that you can count up, okay? Then with this one, we have a check mark because this person did it right. See how this line has lined up perfectly to 0? And that way we can go all the way up and see where it stops. And that's how we would know this one was 7 centimeters long, okay? So today what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of these sheets to do. I've attached them to the email. They're attached in one file, but you can just print out the one that you want to use. Once again, do not change the size of them, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to print it out. You're going to cut this out, cut along that line, and use this ruler, okay? You're not using one from home this time. You're not using another one from online. Use this ruler so that your answers match up, okay? You'll use it, you'll line it up, starting the tip of your shape at the 0. In this case, we've made it so that the edge is the 0. We cut off that last little part to make things a little bit easier for you. So in this case, you can line it up to the edge, but that's just because that's where the 0 is, okay? And you would line it up to the very front of the shape and then see where it lines up at the end. And the number that it lines up with will be what you put over here, okay? So you can do that for trains or shoes or paintbrushes. You're just going to choose one and then send it to me, okay? Then you can play Fun Brain. So there's a game on Fun Brain about measurement. You are not going to click any of the inches games because we do not learn inches, okay? We are not talking about inches. We are talking about centimeters that are in the metric system. You can choose the easy level, the medium level, or the hard level. I recommend starting with easy because as you go into medium and hard, it's going to ask you for millimeters, and we haven't quite learned about millimeters yet, okay? That's just for fun. You can play it as many times as you would like to, and then you can use your free time to just get caught up on anything that you are not done yet. All right, we'll dig deeper into measurement tomorrow with Miss Kari. Have fun.